Structure of chromosomes, cell cycle, and cell division. Fill in the blanks. Chromatin fiber is made up of DNA and dash. Chromatin fiber is made up of DNA and histones. The chromatids are attached to each other at dash. The chromatids attached to each other at centromere. DNA replicates in the dash of the cell cycle, in the interface of the cell cycle. Who first discovered the structure of DNA? Watson and Crick, C-R-I-C-K, Crick, discovered the structure of DNA. Choose next multiple choice questions. Choose the best option out of the four alternatives A, B, C, D. Chromatin material is formed of DNA and histones. The term chromosome literally means colored bodies. Number 3, the number of chromosomes in a certain type of cell division is halved. This kind of cell division occurs in both ovary and testes. Number 4, in which one of the following options the stages of mitosis have been given in correct sequence? Stages of mitosis: anaphase, telophase, prophase, metaphase. Next question. Synthesis phase in the cell cycle is called for the synthesis of more DNA. Synthesis phase in the cell cycle is called for the synthesis of more of DNA. In which of the following options the stages of mitosis have been given in correct sequence? Anaphase, telophase, prophase, metaphase. The number of chromosomes in a certain type of cell division is halved. This kind of cell division occurs in both testes and ovaries. Next, the term chromosome literally means colored bodies. The chromatin material is formed of DNA and histones. Next question, short type answer questions. The repeating components of each DNA strand lengthwise, nucleotides. The repeating components of each DNA strand lengthwise, nucleotides. The complex consisting of DNA strand and a core of histones, nucleosome. The complex constituting of DNA strand and a core of histones, nucleosome. The type of bond which joins the complementary nitrogenous bases, hydrogen bond. The three components of a nucleotide: phosphate, a sugar, and a nitrogenous base. Next question. Imagine one cell that has undergone one mitotic division and another cell completed its mitotic division. How many cells would the two produce? Cell A will produce 2 and cell B will produce 4. কি বলছে? Imagine one cell A যে undergo করেছে one mitotic division and one mitotic division, আর cell B টা কি করেছে has completed its meiotic division. How many cells would the two produce? Cell A produce করবে দুটো cell, cell B produce করবে 4টে. Next question, match the events given in column A with the stage in mitotic cell division in column B. Chromosomes get arranged in the horizontal plane at the equator. Eta metaphase. Chromosomes get arranged in a horizontal plane at the equator. Metaphase. Daughter chromosomes move to the opposite poles of a spindle. Anaphase. Chromosomes become visible as fine long threads. Prophase. Chromosomes lose their distinctiveness and gradually become transformed into chromatin network. Telophase. Next question. Fill in the blanks. Mitosis occurs in our dash cells, somatic cells. Mitosis produces 2 daughter cells, whereas meiosis produces dash daughter cells, 4. Meiosis occurs only in dash cells, reproductive cells. Modern humans have 46 chromosomes. Their sperms and eggs will have dash chromosome each, 23 chromosomes each. During pairing of chromosomes in meiosis, the dash chromosome come to lie side by side, homologous. The dash are surrounded by radiating rays called aster. The centrioles are surrounded by radiating rays called aster. What is the difference between chromatin fiber and chromosome? Chromatin fibers. In the interface, the nucleus shows a network. Now, short answer type questions. What is the difference between chromatin fiber and chromosome? Chromatin fibers. In the interface, the nucleus shows a network of very long, extremely thin, dark staining fibers called chromatin fibers are chromosomes ki as the cell begin to enter the first phase মানে prophase of cell division তখন কি হয় the chromatin fibers condense to form chromosomes. The chromosomes readily pick up certain dyes and get colored, and that is why they are named so. Thus chromosomes are highly condensed chromatin fibers. Next question. What are the rungs of DNA ladder made of? The rungs of DNA ladder are made of nitrogenous base. The bases are guanine, thymine, adenine, and cytosine. What are the rungs of DNA ladder made of? The rungs of DNA ladder are made of nitrogenous bases. The bases are guanine, thymine, adenine, and cytosine. Correct the following statements if there is any mistake. তো এগুলোর আমি ভুল স্টেটমেন্টগুলো পড়ছি না। দ্য 4 নাইট্রোজিনিয়াস বেসেস ইন ডিএনএ আর গুয়েনাইন, থায়ামাইন, অ্যাডেনাইন অ্যান্ড সাইটোসাইন। ওখানে অ্যাডেনাইনের বদলে অ্যাড্রিনালিন লেখা আছে, এটা গ্ল্যান্ডের নাম। তো গুয়েনাইন, থায়ামাইন, অ্যাডেনাইন অ্যান্ড সাইটোসাইন। নেক্সট, genes are specific sequences of nucleotides on a chromosome. এই নিউক্লিওটাইডসটা অন্য ভুল কিছু দেওয়া আছে। জিনস আর স্পেসিফিক সিকোয়েন্স অফ নিউক্লিওটাইডস অন আ ক্রোমোজোম। নেক্সট, আ নিউক্লিওটাইড ইজ কম্পোজড অফ ফসফেট, সুগার অ্যান্ড নাইট্রোজিনিয়াস বেস। এই সুগারটাকে বলে পেন্টোস, পেন্টোস সুগার। A nucleotide is composed of a phosphate, a sugar, and a nitrogenous base. Nucleosomes are group of 8 histone molecules surrounded by DNA strands. Nucleosomes are groups of 8 histone molecules surrounded by DNA strands. Next, if there are 46 chromosomes in a cell, there will be 23 chromatin fibers inside the nucleus during interphase. এটা কারেক্ট বলছে, এটা কারেক্ট করার কিছু নেই। If there are 46 chromosomes in a cell, there will be 23 chromatin fibers inside the nucleus during interphase. Next, state the difference between chromosome and chromatid. Chromosomes, they are fine thread-like structures present in the nucleus. They carry genes which are responsible to carry hereditary characters from parents to offsprings. Our chromatid ki each longitudinal half of a chromosome is known as chromatin. A chromosome is composed of 2 delicate threads, the chromatids. These are joined together by centromere. Next, centrosome ki, it is an organelle found in animal cells only. It occurs close to the nucleus and has 2 small granules called centrioles which are embedded in a cytoplasmic body called centrosome. It helps in cell division. Next, centromere ki, each centrosome appears constricted at one place. This place is called the centromere. The centromere attaches the chromosome with spindle fibers during cell division. এবার অ্যাস্টার কি? During prophase in mitosis, the centrosome containing centrioles splits into two. The 2 daughter centrioles move apart and each occupies one pole of the cell. Each centriole is surrounded by radiating rays collectively called aster. Spindle fibers ki, during prophase in mitosis, a number of fibers appear between the 2 daughter centrioles which are called spindle fibers. Haploid chromosomes ki, Haploid chromosomes are those which contain only one allele for a gene. Next question, diploid chromosome kit means two chromosomes, one from each parent. Next question. First, meiotic division is the reduction division. What does the word reduction refer to in this statement? The word reduction in the given statement refers to the fact that in first meiotic division, the chromosome number is reduced to half. Next question. Gametes must be gametes must be produced by meiosis for sexual reproduction. Why is it so? এটার explanation দিয়েছে all organisms contain an even number মানে 2n chromosomes in their somatic cells. এবার the chromosome number is fixed for a given species. For example, humans have 46 chromosomes. Any variation in the number of chromosomes of the species would result in drastically different characters. Sexual reproduction means the fusion of male gamete with female gamete, resulting in the formation of a zygote from which offsprings develop. Suppose the sperm and egg cells has diploid chromosomes. Then after fertilization, the offspring will have twice the number of chromosomes, deriving 2n from each parent cell. Therefore, in sexually reproducing organisms, the gametes are haploid, that is, they contain half the number of chromosomes present in somatic cells to compensate for the doubling in the zygote as a result of fertilization. This is accomplished by meiosis only. Thus, for sexual reproduction, gametes must be produced by meiosis. Next question, true false. When we are adults এর মধ্যে ট্রুথ স্টেটমেন্টস গুলো বলছি, ফলস গুলো বলবো না. When we are adults, our cell population stays constant. The number of new cells produced equals the number of dying cells. When we are adults, our cell population stays constant. The number of new cells produced equals the number of dying cells. Next, out of 23 pairs of chromosomes in humans, only single chromosome from each pair is passed on to the sex cells. Out of 23 pairs of chromosomes in humans, only single chromosome from each pair is passed into the sex cells. Next, কোয়েশ্চেনটা বলেছে কি নিউক্লিয়ার মেমব্রেন ইন আ মাইটোটিক্যালি ডিভাইডিং সেল রিমেইনস ইনট্যাক্ট আপ টু দ্য মেটাফেজ অ্যান্ড ডিসঅ্যাপিয়ার্স অনলি ইন টেলোফেজ। এটা বলছে ফলস। নিউক্লিয়ার মেমব্রেন রিমেইনস ইনট্যাক্ট only up to early prophase but disappears in late prophase. It reappears in telophase মানে নিউক্লিয়ার মেমব্রেন রিমেইনস ইনট্যাক্ট আপ টু আর্লি প্রোফেজ কিন্তু disappears in late prophase. It reappears in telophase. Next, mitotic cell division is an equational division in which the two daughter cells produced are identical to each other and even to their parent cell. Amoeba or bacteria just divide to produce two similar independent cells by mitotic cell division. However, in humans, only special cells in the reproductive organs undergo a special cell division called meiosis. During pairing, some chromatids of homologous chromosomes break and rejoin. Next question. During pairing, some chromatids of homologous chromosomes break and rejoin at points of intersection. It causes crossing over. এই বইটা হচ্ছে জেম গাইড। Next question, long answer type. What are chromosomes? Chromosomes are the carriers of heredity. Chromosomes become distinctly visible only during cell division. Each chromosome split into two chromatids joined by a small circular dot-like centromere. What are genes? Genes are specific sequences of nucleotides on a chromosome that encode particular proteins which express in the form of some particular feature of the body. Lots of regions in between genes are just non-functional. Such areas show tremendous variations from individual to individual and help in identification of the individual by what is called DNA fingerprinting. How many strands it is showing? এটা একটা ছবি দিয়েছে, 2 strands. How many nucleotides have been shown in each strand? এটাও দুটো বলেছে। নেম দ্য পেয়ার্স নাম্বারড 1 2 3 4 5 রেসপেক্টিভলি। এটা বলেছে ফসফেট, হাইড্রোজেন বন্ড, সুগার, নাইট্রোজিনিয়াস বেস যেটাকে বলে পিউরিন, নাইট্রোজিনিয়াস বেস আরেকটা হচ্ছে পাইরিমাইডাইন, পাইরিমাইডাইন। আর তারপরের আনসারটা হচ্ছে নেম দ্য ডিএনএ ইউনিট কনস্টিটিউটেড বাই পার্টস 1 2 3 কালেকটিভলি নিউক্লিওটাইড। Next, the three sketches given alongside are intended to represent the replication of DNA. What should be their correct sequence starting with the first and ending with the last? মাঝেরটা প্রথমেরটা বি, তারপরটা সি, তারপরটা এ, এটা দেখতে হবে। বিটা হচ্ছে একটা ওই দড়ির মতো, সিটা হচ্ছে দুটো দড়ি কিন্তু একসাথে এসে মিট করে গেছে একটা, মানে দুটো সাঁড়াশির মতো দেখতে, একটা যেমন, না সাঁড়াশির মতো দেখতে না, ক্লিপের একটা দড়ির থেকে দুটো ভাগ হয়ে গেছে মুখ, বিটা ওরকম দেখতে। এই সিটা, বিটা হচ্ছে একটা দড়ি, সিটা হচ্ছে একটা দড়ি দুদিকে ভাগ হয়ে গেছে, আর এটা হচ্ছে দুটো আলাদা আলাদা দড়ি। তো বলছে থ্রি sketches given alongside are intended to represent the replication of DNA. What should be the correct sequence starting with the first and ending with the last? প্রথমটা একটা দড়ি থাকবে, তারপর একটা দড়ি দুটো ভাগে ভাগ হবে, তারপরে পুরো দুটো আলাদা আলাদা দড়ি হয়ে যাবে, ব্যাস এটাই। The given diagram represents a stage using cell division. Study the same and then answer the questions that follow. একটা ছবি আছে, পার্ট গুলোকে লেবেল করতে বলেছে। অ্যাস্টার, স্পিন্ডেল ফাইবার, ক্রোম্যাটিডস, এগুলো হচ্ছে পার্ট লেবেল করেছে 1 2 3। অ্যাস্টার, স্পিন্ডেল ফাইবার, ক্রোম্যাটিডস। এইবারে দিয়ে একটা কিছু দিয়েছে, আইডেন্টিফাই দ্য অ্যাবাভ স্টেজ এন্ড গিভ আ রিজন ইন সাপোর্ট অফ ইউর আনসার। This is the late anaphase stage of mitosis. It is so because it is in this stage that a furrow starts in the cell membrane at the middle in an animal cell, and the given diagram clearly shows this. Next, anaphase is a part of the process of mitosis, and so it occurs in every single cell that makes up the entire body. The stage prior to this stage is early anaphase. Name the stage prior to this stage and draw a diagram to represent the same. এটা হচ্ছে the stage prior to this stage is early anaphase. আর ছবিটা যে এঁকেছে তাতে লিখেছে সিস্টার ক্রোম্যাটিডস সেপারেট অ্যান্ড মুভ টু অপোজিট পোলস, এটা আর্লি অ্যানাফেজের ছবি। এবার ড্র আ লেবেল ডায়াগ্রাম টু শো the metaphase stage of mitosis in an animal cell having 6 chromosomes. Chromosomes lie along the equatorial plane of the cell, এটা একটা ছবি এঁকেছে। এবার the diagram given alongside represents a certain phenomena which occurs during meiosis. Name and explain the phenomena by using the terms homologous chromosomes, chromatids, crossing over. ওই দুটো সেই বান্ডল অফ স্টিক যেমন হয় না, ওই রকম দুটো স্টিকের মতোকে বেঁধেছে, দুটো স্টিকের মতো বাঁধা দিয়ে অ্যারো দিয়ে আবার দুটো দুটো রকম পেয়ার অফ স্টিক বাঁধা, এটাকে বলছে দ্য ফেনোমেনা রিপ্রেজেন্টেড বাই দ্য ডায়াগ্রাম ইজ chiasmata formation. During pairing, some chromatids of homologous chromosomes break and rejoin at points of intersection called chiasmata. This causes crossing over with exchange of chromatid material called chromatid material between chromosomes from the parents. And this leads to a new combination of genes in the sex cells. এবারে given diagram represents the stage during mitotic division in animal cells. Examine it carefully and the questions which follow. Identify the stage. Give one reason in support of your answer. একটা কিছু ছবি আছে, বলছে আইডেন্টিফাই করতে স্টেজ, দ্য স্টেজ অফ Mitotic cell division is late prophase because nuclear membrane is disappearing and chromatin fibers have condensed into chromosome. Name the cell organelle that forms the aster. Cell organelটা হচ্ছে centrosome. Name the parts labeled 1 to 3. Parts level 1 to 3 হচ্ছে centromere, chromatid, a spindle fiber. Next question, name the stage that follows the one shown here. How is that stage identified? Stage হচ্ছে metaphase. This stage is identified by the arrangement of chromosomes on the equatorial plane of the cell, with each chromosome getting attached to a spindle fiber by its centromere. এবার নেক্সট কোয়েশ্চেন, মাইটোসিস অর মিওসিস দুটো ডিফারেন্স। মাইটোসিস প্রডিউসেস 2 ডটার সেলস, মিওসিস প্রডিউসেস 4 ডটার সেলস। মাইটোসিস সেন্ট্রোজোম নাম্বার ইন দ্য ডটার সেলস রিমেইন দ্য সেম, meiosis centrosome number in the daughter cells is reduced to half. Mitosis কি produces 2 daughter cells, meiosis produces 4 daughter cells. Mitosis হচ্ছে chromosome number in the daughter cell remains the same, meiosis chromosome number in the daughter cell is reduced to half. এবার next question, given below 3 diagrammatic sketches A, B, C of one and the same particular phase during mitotic type of cell division, identify the phase. প্রথমের ফেজটাকে বলছে মেটাফেজ। হোয়াট ইজ দ্য ডিপ্লয়েড নাম্বার অফ ক্রোমোজোমস শোন ইন দেম? 4। আর তারপরে আরেকটা ছবি আছে, সেটাতে বলছে অ্যানিম্যাল সেল প্লান্ট সেল, তিনটেকে বলছে এটা অ্যানিম্যাল সেল, বিটা অ্যানিম্যাল সেল, সিটা প্লান্ট সেল। অ্যানিম্যাল সেলগুলো শুধু গোল গোল ইয়ের ভেতর আছে। তার মধ্যে প্রথম অ্যানিম্যাল সেলটা হচ্ছে পুরো সেই কি বলে ওই যে ডেথ ইয়ে, সেই যে সেই একটা এতে সার্কাসে গাড়ি ঘোরে না একটা গোল বলের মতো, ওরম টাইপের পুরো দেখতে এটা। বিটা হচ্ছে দুদিকে দুটো সূর্যর মতো দেখতে, মাঝখানে। আর সিটা হচ্ছে দুটো আর এ আর বি দুটোই গোলের ভেতর, আর সিটা যেহেতু প্লান্টসের ওটা একটা স্কোয়ারের ভেতর। In plants, no centriole is present. So no aster body is formed in plant, but in animals, aster body is formed. Next, shown alongside are 4 of the stages A, B, C, D of a certain kind of cell division. Is it a plant cell or animal cell? Give 2 reasons. চারটে যে আছে এটা বলছে এটা প্লান্ট সেল না অ্যানিম্যাল সেল। It is an animal cell because the cell wall is absent. আর সেন্ট্রোজোমস আর প্রেজেন্ট। কেন এটা অ্যানিম্যাল সেল? তার কারণ সেল ওয়াল অ্যাবসেন্ট আর সেন্ট্রোজোম প্রেজেন্ট। Is it undergoing mitosis or meiosis? The cell is undergoing mitosis. What should be the correct sequence of these 4 stages among themselves? B, C, D, A এটা হচ্ছে correct sequence. Next, name the stage that should precede the earliest of these stages. Interphase. Draw the stage named above inside the blank space provided. এটা হচ্ছে draw the stage named above inside the blank space provided. এটা একটা ছবি এঁকেছে। এবার given below in a diagram representing a stage during mitotic cell division. Study it carefully and answer the questions that follow. Is it a plant cell or animal cell? Give a reason to support your answer. It is a plant cell. Identify the stage shown. Late prophase. Name the stage that follows the one shown here. How is that stage identified? স্টেজটা হচ্ছে মেটাফেজ। ক্রোমোজোমস ডিউরিং দিস ফেজ লাইন আপ ইন ওয়ান প্লেন অ্যাট ইকুয়েটার। Number D, how will you differentiate between mitosis and meiosis on the basis of chromosome number in the daughter cells? কিভাবে differentiate করবে? In mitosis, the number of chromosomes are diploid in daughter cells, and in meiosis, the number of chromosomes are haploid in daughter cell. এবার ডায়াগ্রাম অফ ডুপ্লিকেটেড ক্রোমোজোম অ্যান্ড লেভেল একটা ডুপ্লিকেটেড ক্রোমোজোমের ডায়াগ্রাম এঁকেছে। Some other important questions. State whether the following statements are true or false. Collect the incorrect statements. ক্রসিং ওভার অকার্স, আচ্ছা কারেক্ট গুলো বলছি, ভুলগুলো বলছি না। কারেক্ট স্টেটমেন্ট এটা, ক্রসিং ওভার অকার্স ইন জাইগোটিন স্টেজ অফ প্রোফেজ ওয়ান অফ মিওসিস। ক্রসিং ওভার অকার্স ইন দ্য জাইগোটিন স্টেজ অফ প্রোফেজ ওয়ান অফ মিওসিস। আর নেক্সটটা হচ্ছে স্টেটমেন্টটা কারেক্টই, সেটা কি বলছে, ইন দ্য ফার্স্ট মিওটিক ডিভিশন exchange of genetic and reduction of the chromosome number take place. In the first meiotic division, exchange of genetic and reduction of chromosome number takes place. Next, what is a chromosome called in its ফার্স্ট হচ্ছে আনডুপ্লিকেটেড স্টেট ক্রোম্যাটিড, ডুপ্লিকেটেড স্টেট সিস্টার ক্রোম্যাটিডস। What is a chromosome called in its unduplicated state? Chromatid, duplicated state sister chromatid. এবার বলছে select the correct alternatives. A cell with pairs of chromosomes characteristic of the species is a or an key cell. Diploid cell, a cell with pairs of chromosome characteristic of the species in a or an diploid cell. Next question. A duplicated chromosome has dash chromatids. A duplicated chromosome has 4 chromatids. The dash is the constricted region of a duplicated chromosome with attachment site for microtubules. Cell plate. The dash is the constricted region of a duplicated chromosome with attachment site for microtubules. Cell plate. Nah. Sorry. The dash is the constricted region of a duplicated chromosome with attachment site for microtubules. এটা centromere. Sorry, centromere. Cell plate na, centromere. Next question. After mitosis, the chromosome number of daughter cell is dash the parent cell. After mitosis, the chromosome number of daughter cell is the dash parent cell. The same as the parent cell. Next question. Only dash is not a stage of mitosis. Only dash bolte interphase is not a stage of mitosis. Only interphase is not a stage of mitosis. Next question. Meiosis is a division mechanism that produces 4 cells. Meiosis is a division mechanism that produces 4 cells. Next question. An animal cell with 2 of each type of chromosome is dash in nature. An animal cell with 2 of each type of chromosome is diploid in nature. Next, meiosis dash the parental centrosome number. Meiosis maintains the parental chromosome number. Next, before the onset of meiosis, all centrosome are dash. Before the onset of meiosis, all chromosome are, before the onset of meiosis, all chromosome are condensed. State whether the following statements are true or false. Human nerve cells do not divide after birth. True. In animal cells, cytokinesis occurs by plate formation. True. In meiosis, chromosomes replicate only once, that is during interphase prior to meiosis 1. True. Chromosomal ends are known as centromeres. False. Crossing over is a process in which genes are exchanged between sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. False. In plant cytokinesis, the cell plate grows centripetally. False. The cells undergoing mitosis are always diploid. False. Chromosome number is the number of each type of chromosome characteristic of a species. True. Next question. Determine whether the following characteristics apply to mitosis, meiosis, or both by putting a tick mark in the appropriate column. ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক্স গুলো বলছে দিয়ে বলছে সেটা মাইটোসিসে হয় না মিওসিসে হয়। নো পেয়ারিং অফ homologs occur. Meiosis. টু ডিভিশনস কাতে হয় মিওসিস। ফোর ডটার সেলস প্রডিউসড কিসে হয় মিওসিস। associated with growth and asexual reproduction mitosis. Associated with sexual reproduction meiosis. One division mitosis. Two daughter cells produced mitosis. Involves duplication of chromosomes both. Chromosome number is maintained mitosis. Chromosome number is halved meiosis. Crossing over between homologous chromosomes may occur meiosis. Daughter cells are identical to the parent cell mitosis. Daughter cells are not identical to the parent cell meiosis. Produces gametes meiosis. Uh, Synapses occur in a prophase meiosis. What is cell division? The process in which new cells are originated from pre-existing cells is called cell division. Organisms grow and reproduce through cell division. Next question. What is interphase? Mention three significant changes that occur in a cell during interphase. Interphase is the part of cell cycle when it is not dividing. It is also called the resting phase of the cell. However, the cell is not resting in the real sense of the term. On our other hand, it is metabolically very active and preparing itself to undergo divisions. The three significant changes that occur in a cell during interphase are as follows. কি significant changes হয় interphase? Chromatin materials duplicates, DNA synthesized, cell increases in size and energy pools are established. Next question. What is karyokinesis? Name the four main phases that constitute karyokinesis. Nuclear division in mitosis is called karyokinesis. The four main phases that constitute karyokinesis are prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Next, the next question. The nucleoli and the nuclear membrane disappear. The nucleoli and the nuclear membrane disappear. এটাকে কি বলে মেটাফেজ। The nucleolus reappears prophase. The sister chromatids undergo mutual repulsion split longitudinally into two halves. Anaphase. The centrioles divide and move toward the poles. Prophase. The migration of the sister chromatids towards the pole is initiated. Anaphase. The chromosomes become less distinct, merge into a network, and disorganize into chromatin granules. Telophase. Chromatin threads condense into short and thick threads called chromosomes. Prophase. Next question. তাহলে the chromosomes arrange themselves upon the equator of the spindle, এটা কি হবে? Metaphase. The nucleoli and the nuclear membrane disappear, এটা কি হবে? Prophase. The nucleolus reappears, telophase. The sister chromatids undergo mutual repulsion, split longitudinally into two halves, anaphase. The centrioles divide and move toward the poles, prophase. Migration of sister chromatids towards the pole is initiated, anaphase. The chromosomes become less distinct, merge into a network, and disorganize into chromatin granules, telophase. Chromatin threads condense into short and thick threads called chromosomes, prophase. এবার what is cytokinesis? With the help of neat sketches show how cytokinesis differ in plant cell and animal cell. Division of cytoplasm after karyokinesis is called cytokinesis. Cytokinesis in animal cells. Towards the end of telophase, a peripheral furrow appears in the cytoplasm, precisely in the middle of the cell. The furrow deepens and gradually reaches the center, dividing the cell into two daughter cells as shown in the figure. এবার cytokinesis in plant cells. After karyokinesis, small membrane bound vesicles settle in the form of a row in the middle of cytoplasm. These vesicles fuse to form cell plate. The latter changes to middle lamina, on either side of which is deposited material for cell wall as shown in the figure below. The formation of cell wall divides the cell into two. Explain the following terms. Diploid chromosomes. It means two chromosomes of each type. Haploid chromosomes. Haploid chromosomes are those which contain only one allele for gene. Homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes in the sexually reproducing organisms. Each pair of chromosomes contain a chromosome contributed by the male and a chromosome contributed by the female parent. Such a pair of chromosome is called homologous chromosome. Explain the following terms. Cell cycle, genetically controlled series of changes that occur in a newly formed cell by which it duplicates its contents undergoes growth and division to form two daughter cells. Daughters is called cell cycle. The cell cycle consists of two stages or periods: a long dividing growing I phase or interphase, and a short dividing M phase. Both the stages have substages. Interphase is a series of changes that take place in a newly formed cell and its nucleus before it becomes capable of division again. Therefore, it is called intermitosis. Previously, it was called resting stage because there is no apparent activity related to cell division. The interphase stage is also regarded as the energy phase. At the end of interphase, the cell becomes ready for equitable division into two equal daughter cells. Interphase occupies 75 to 90% of the total generation time. However, the non-dividing stage of the mature cell and its nucleus is called interphase. It lasts throughout the life of the cell. এবার ডিপ্লয়েড সেল কি? এটা হচ্ছে সেল সাইকেলটা এক্সপ্লেইন করলো। এবার ডিপ্লয়েড সেল কি বলছে? এনি সেল হ্যাভিং টু অফ ইচ টাইপ অফ ক্রোমোজোম ইজ কল্ড ডিপ্লয়েড সেল। ক্রোমোজোম নাম্বার কি? It is the number of each type of chromosome characteristic of species. Next question. Name the two type of cell divisions that occur in sexually reproducing organisms and state the significance of each. The two types of cell division that occur in sexually reproducing organisms are mitosis and meiosis. Significance of mitosis. It is responsible for the growth of organism by addition of new cells. The development of the embryo from the zygote involves continuous mitosis. As the daughter cells receive the same set of genes that occur in parent cells, the mitosis maintains the genetic uniformity throughout the body. Next point, it places the dead, old, worn out cell in the body by new cells. এগুলো হচ্ছে significance of mitosis. এবার meiosis. Significance of meiosis is it is essential for the formation of gametes. Meiosis reduces the chromosomal number to one half in the gametes, which fuse and produce zygote. Therefore, it keeps the chromosomal number constant from generation to generation. Next question. The crossing over leads to recombination of the genes, which is responsible for variation. Ever following diagrams represent stages in a certain type of cell division. Name the type of cell division that is represented by the diagrams. Mitosis. Next question. Arrange the stages in the correct sequence of development and label each stage with the correct name. Interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, cell plate formation, telophase. মানে নাম্বার ওয়ানটা টেলোফেজ, নাম্বার টু প্রোফেজ, নাম্বার থ্রি অ্যানাফেজ, এগুলো সব লেবেল করেছে। নাম্বার ফোর মেটাফেজ, নাম্বার ফাইভ ইন্টারফেজ, নাম্বার সিক্স সেল প্লেট ফর্মেশন। এবার দ্য ফলোয়িং ডায়াগ্রাম রিপ্রেজেন্ট স্টেজেস ইন দ্য সেকেন্ড মিওটিক ডিভিশন। এটাও পুরো ডায়াগ্রাম বেসড কোয়েশ্চেন 14টা, এটা না দেখলে হবে না। কোয়েশ্চেন নাম্বার 15, এটা হচ্ছে পেজ 21 জিম গাইড। হ্যাঁ, এটার কোয়েশ্চেন নাম্বার 14টা করা গেল না, 15টা বলছি। হাউ মেনি স্টেজেস এভরি সেল ডিভিশন হ্যাভ? এভরি সেল ডিভিশন হ্যাজ টু স্টেজেস। ডিভিশন অফ নিউক্লিয়াস অর স্প্লিটিং অফ নিউক্লিয়াস, যেটাকে বলছে কিরিওকাইনেসিস, and division of cytoplasm or splitting of cytokinesis. In the initial stages of growth, almost all the cells divides and enlarge. Later on, the meristematic tissue in plants contribute towards growth. In adult animals, growth is restricted, but cells divide for special purpose. এটাকে বলছে যেমন reproductive cell. এবার what is cell cycle? Every cell is capable of division, passes through a cycle called cell cycle. The cell has a long resting phase called interphase, followed by a short divisionary phase called M phase. Interphase is divided into three phases: G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. এবার what is G1 phase? G1 phase is the preparatory stage for the oncoming division. The cell grows in size. Besides synthesizing RNA and proteins, no change occurs in its DNA content. What is S phase or synthetic phase? During this phase, new DNA is synthesized as per the old DNA template. Thus, each chromosome now consists of two chromatids joined at the centromere. এবার what is G2 phase? In the third phase of the cell cycle, cell growth and synthesis of RNA and protein continues. It must again be re-emphasized that during G2 phase, the amount of DNA present in the cell is double of what was present in the beginning of the interphase, but the paired diploid condition is still maintained. Name the next question. Name the scientist who discovered the cell division theory. 1859 জার্মান সায়েন্টিস্ট রুডলফ ভিরচাও Virchow showed that cell can arise only from pre-existing cells. The answer to this question was given by W. Fleming, a German biologist in 1882 when he discovered cell division in animal cell by the term mitosis. Next question, why do all organisms have an even number of chromosomes? All organisms have an even number of chromosomes because the chromosomes are homologous pairs while half number of each pair comes from the father and other half comes from the mother. এবার চলে আসি ফ্র্যাঙ্কসের এটা চ্যাপ্টার ইন আ নাটশেল করেছে সেলস রেপ্লিকেট বাই সেল ডিভিশন নিউ সেলস অ্যারাইজ ফ্রম প্রি এক্সিস্টিং সেলস অ্যাজ আ রিজাল্ট অফ সেল ডিভিশন সেল ডিভিশন ফর্মস দ্য বেসিস অফ কন্টিনিউইটি অফ লাইফ সেল ডিভিশন ইজ of two types direct cell division and indirect cell division. Direct cell division হচ্ছে amitosis আর ইনডিরেক্ট সেল ডিভিশন হচ্ছে মাইটোসিস অ্যান্ড মিওসিস সোম্যাটিক সেলস ডিভাইড বাই মাইটোসিস মানে ইকুয়েশনাল ডিভিশন ইন ডিপ্লয়েড অর্গানিজমস গ্যামেটোজেনেসিস ইনভলভস মিওসিস মানে রিডাকশনাল ডিভিশন সেল সাইকেল ইজ কমপ্লিটেড ইন ইন্টারফেজ অ্যান্ড মাইটোটিক ফেজ interphase is of long duration and is divided into G1S and G2 phases. In the S phase, replication of DNA takes place. During G1 and G2 phases, synthesis of RNA and proteins take place. Mitosis starts at the end of G2 phase. Cell division is completed in two major steps, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis of mitosis is completed in four phases, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Next question, next point, germ cells divide by meiosis and produce gametes. Now, next point in this phase during interphase, in this case during interphase, the amount of DNA is doubled. Meiosis is completed in two phases, meiosis 1 মানে reductional phase and meiosis 2 equational phase. Next, meiosis offers a mechanism for obtaining genetic variation. Meiosis also keeps the chromosome number constant from one generation to the next generation. New cells are produced for growth, replacement, repair, and reproduction. Body cells in man and women have 46 মানে 23 pairs of chromosomes. Sex cells মানে sperms and ova each have 23 মানে haploid chromosomes. Next, amitosis is the simplest type of cell division occurring mainly in prokaryotic cells like bacteria. Mitotic division occurs in somatic cells whereas meiotic division occurs only in sex cells. Next, mitosis is also known as equational division since two daughter cells are identical to the mother cell. Point number 22, meiosis is also known as reductional division since the four daughter cells bear half the number of chromosomes of that of mother cell. Number 23, by crossing over, the meiosis provides an opportunity for the exchange of genes and thus causes the genetic variation among species. Number 24, polytene, Polytene, polytene chromosome was observed by the Italian scientist Balbiani in a dipteran insect Chironomus. Lamprey chromosome was first discovered in amphibian oocyte. The function of chromosome is to carry the genetic information from one generation to another. The term karyotype has been given to the group of characteristics that identifies a particular set of chromosome. The morphological characteristic of the chromosome of a species is called ideogram. Growth of an increase in size or mass of developing or living system over a period of time. Growth key. Growth is an increase in size or mass of developing or living system over a period of time. Point number 28. Cell cycle is the entire sequence of events happening from one end of the nuclear division to the beginning of the next. Number 29. Aster is the bundle of microtubule fibers radiating out from each cell pole during cell division. Number 30, bivalent refers to a pair of chromosomes when they pair up during meiosis. Number 31, centriole is the two self-replicating cylindrical collection of microtubules in the cytoplasm near the nucleus of animal cells which organizes spindle fibers for the cell division. Number 32, chiasmata refers to the area where crossing over takes place during prophase of meiosis 1. During the S phase or synthetic phase of interphase, replication of DNA and synthesis of histone protein occur. Number 33, during prophase, the most conspicuous change in cytoplasm is the formation of spindle or mitotic apparatus. Number 34, the cell in which meiosis takes place is known as myocytes. Number 35, the paired homologous chromosomes are joined by roughly 0.2 micrometer thick protein containing framework called a synaptonemal complex. The first meiotic division is known as heterotypic division, whereas second meiotic division is known as homotypic division. The cell division of both mitosis and meiosis consists of two phases, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis, where nuclear division takes place, which is followed by cytokinesis. Cytokinesis, where division of cytoplasm takes place. Next point, number 38. In meiosis, mutual exchange of corresponding parts of two sister chromatids take place by crossing over at chiasmata, which leads to evolution. Number 39. In mitosis, two daughter cells are formed, while in meiosis, four daughter cells are formed. Next, answer the following questions. X-shaped point formed due to crossing of two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Chiasmata. The astral rays with a centriole. Astar. A specific region where two chromatids remain joined along their length and where genes are not found. Centromere. Division of cytoplasm. Cytokinesis. A thread-like strand formed from a chromatin during the early stages of cell division. Centrosome. The agents that stimulate cell division. Mitogen. A complete set of chromosomes. Genome. And the phase where DNA replication takes place. S phase. An active phase of growth and synthetic activity in the cell. Interphase. Division of nucleus during cell division. Karyokinesis. Pairing of homologous chromosomes during meiosis. Synapses. Who proposed that new cells are formed by the division of pre-existing cells? Rudolf Virchow. A cell division in which nuclear membrane does not disappear. Amitosis. Cells which divide by meiosis. Reproductive cells. Histone protein and DNA togetherly form this structure. Nucleosome. Next question. Meiosis takes place in the dash cells, reproductive cells. Division of cytoplasm is dash. Cytokinesis. In dash phase, no change occurs in DNA content. G1. Dash is essentially reverse of prophase. Telophase. Movement of chromosomes occur in dash. Anaphase. V-shaped chromosome having the centromere at the center is called dash. Metacentric. Disc-shaped structure found in the centromere is dash. Kinetochore. DNA is a dash helix structure, double. Dash is the shortest phase of mitosis. Prophase. এটা লংগেস্ট করা ছিল, কেটে শর্টেস্ট করেছিস। প্রোফেজ। ক্রসিং ওভার টেক্স প্লেস ইন প্যারাকাইটিন। ডিপ্লোটিন আর প্যারাকাইটিনে দেখছি প্যাকাইটিন, PACHYTENE, প্যাকাইটিন। ডিপ্লোটিন আর প্যাকাইটিনে কোয়েশ্চেন মার্ক দিয়েছিস দেখছি। ট্রু ফলস? Mitosis is also known as reductional cell division. False. Plastids and endoplasmic reticulum disappear during prophase of mitosis and meiosis. False. Karyokinesis refers to the division of nucleus. True. Before undergoing cell division, the amount of DNA in the cell is reduced to half. False. Crossing over occurs in mitosis. False. In mitosis, prophase is of short duration. True. Histone is a particular type of fatty acid. False. RNA contains thymine. False. Mitosis requires lesser time than meiosis. True. Terminal meiosis is known as gametic meiosis. True. Name the type of cell division that occurs during growth of shoot. Mitosis. Formation of pollen grains. Meiosis. Repair of worn out tissues. Mitosis. Which of the following statements is associated with prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, interphase of meiosis? In mitosis, the nuclear membrane reappears at telophase. Chromosomes are thickest and shortest at metaphase. Chromosomes begin to coil at prophase. Centrosome divides into two at anaphase. Nucleus is active but chromosome is not distinct at interphase. Uh, Followed by cytokinesis, telophase. Are each chromosome consists of two chromatids? Anaphase.